Squire for Hire Digital Edition has 1 to 4 players completing challenges using item cards, then gaining new cards to help complete additional challenges. Letterman Games provided an app code in exchange for an honest review. There are 4 squires to choose from, each with their own rules for scoring and dealing with the bag-clogging junk. For example, instead of losing 4 points for a set of 4 identical junk, Tenderfoot earns a point. As a thief's pupil, Tenderfoot is also looking for shiny shinies. Rotate, move, then lock your starting card to create your bag. See how cards are divided into 12 tiles? Items take up a certain amount of space. Well, your second card goes on top of the first and follows 2 rules. 1 item must cover an equal number of tiles on the card below, and at least 1 non-junk item must be covered. The rest of the 18-card deck sets up the story. 2 cards are flipped and a challenge pops up. Check the values at the top of the screen. You'll sometimes have enough tiles with that item to fulfill a challenge. If so, choose the Have option, then take 1 of the cards for your bag. Try to maximize your squire's scoring rules. If you need to use an item, cover that valuable from your bag. As you can imagine, the items you have available will change quite a bit during your game. In this example, I needed to cover 1 valuable. I chose my cards wisely, covering a valuable with a valuable and gaining a bonus spellbook. In addition to, or instead of, fulfilling a story card, you can pass. You'll have to cover a card with another, but if you don't have a better option, maybe it's not the end of the world. Continue until the story deck runs out, then see how you scored. Once you're ready for a challenge, try the solo quests. Multiplayer is played by passing your phone around to see who's the best squire. Keep what you need and try to cover the rest. That's Squire for Hire Digital Edition. My games' Squire for Hire Digital Edition lasts 5 to 10 minutes. All you need to play this is an Android or iOS phone or tablet. The reading is really just flavor text and the app does math for you. Planning where you put your cards is the trick, but at the same time, the app gives you regulations and limits. I'd say experienced gamers age 7, maybe 8 and up could try this. In my 4th game of Squire for Hire Digital Edition, I was Tenderfoot, the thief. I strategized on where to place my items, but unfortunately didn't make the cut. I immediately tried Uru, the Mage's Apprentice, again. My first game with Uru didn't go very well. My score was, well, let's not talk about that game. Back to my 5th where I played Smarly and didn't make the cut again. One day. I like that Squire for Hire Digital Edition has different characters, each with their own abilities. I do wish there were more than just the 4 though. I like that this includes the Mystic Runes expansion. While I had not played any Squire for Hire games before this, more content still isn't a bad thing, especially when free. Because it's a mobile game that's super quick, you can play on the way to or from school. I have. I'm a big fan of the covering mechanism. What will you need? What can you sacrifice? Can you afford to take on some junk with only a few cards left? The valuable/junk system is very clever and forces actual choices. I enjoy the little stories that the game tells with such a small deck. Maybe you started by donating at a temple, but then had to pay a toll or else fight some enemies. The weapons you looted from them might come in handy later on when you head deep into a dungeon. The graphic design is pretty good, and although there isn't a tutorial, you can access the rules at any time. After playing this once or twice, you might not be any good at the game, but you'll have the hang of it. Squire for Hire Digital Edition is incredibly quick, simple to learn, and offers a tricky puzzle where you weigh multiple possibilities with each button press. I think I've heard of it before the publisher had contacted me, but I'm not 100% sure. Now that we have it, it's something I look forward to playing. Not all the time, but those in-between moments when many other games just won't fit.